Hey, I was just checking the AC. Is it cool in here?
Oh yeah, it's cool. Let me check. Yo, is it cool?
Yeah, it's cool in here. Is it cool in there?
Yeah, it's cool. Hey, is it cool in here? Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, Bruce thinks it's cool. Yeah,
Is it cool in there?
Is it cool in there?
Yeah, it's cool. But it's free out
It's
here.
hot out
Let's go
here.
outside.
Okay.
Ah,
Don't miss it.
all right. I was just checking the AC. Thank you, guys.
Welcome back to the channel, to Lady Neil Haven and Light. I am Kristen,
I'm Poetry.
and we're here today talking about...
Over here, initially, is where our RV was first set up at. When we came to the land, we didn't have any idea of what to do, where to go. Our whole thought process was get to the land in the RV, and whatever happens from there happens. Man, and we didn't even know what that was. In the last video, the RV, we had pulled it in, and the RV was sitting here. And as you saw in the picture net, the front end was all jacked up as far as it could go. And this is where we did life until we could figure out what our next move was. Baby Sparrow, she grew up right here, literally playing in the dirt. That's why I think she's just a free bird, because she's not afraid of sand, dirt, or anything like that. This is where we did life down here. We actually started gardening down here.
As a matter of fact, our very first garden was in a little tiny blue Tupperware bin, and it actually worked great.
Yeah.
We grew some fabulous tomatoes. Every morning we'd come out, and Sparrow would pick them and eat them, and yeah, yes, this is where it all started, right
This
here
is
in
where
this
it
little
all started.
this spot over here.
Yeah. We eventually moved the RV from down there to this spot. We actually had to do a turnaround where we cleared turnaround through here. The only thing that was cleared was the driveway and to get down there. So there was no way to even turn around the RV. So then we had to make a cut through, and basically it was a roundabout. So where the RV could be driven in a circle or in and out, you know, if we needed to leave or something like that. So I think it was either video 3 or 4 where we talked about how we were just initially thinking about one tiny house. But in our thought process, we were just like, it's probably in this moment to go ahead and get 2. We knew that we wanted a place for us, but we were also thinking about the kids. While we were in the RV, I think you've seen our son Sean by now. He wasn't that tall. He's what?
6'1" and 6'2" now.
Yeah, so at that time he was 4 foot.
Oh shoot, 4 feet.
Well, like,
He grew 2 feet. Wow, not the giant. He was probably my height, so I mean,
So
he was
5,
5'3". I mean, we were about the same height.
right,
So
and
he's, yeah.
yeah, and if you notice in the RV tour that we showed you, the size of the bunk beds, when they first got in there, they could fit. He grew, and he was literally like, if you watch the movie Elf, in the bunk with his legs curled up. And so that got us thinking, we got to do something about this, because we really thought that we were going to be able to live in the RV, not forever, but for a really long time. So we put 2 tiny houses at the same time. Instead of just doing one that day or around that same period, we did 2. Shed conversion to a full-time livable tiny house.
Yep, we affectionately call it the cottage.
Get it ready on the exterior. We put in gables in the front and the rear for ventilation, and we did that prior to putting in, around the same time that we did electrical, we put in 2 heating and AC DIY units. And of course, we ran electrical at the same time as we did the other tiny house. We ran electrical wire under the ground by a certified electrician to hook up both of the AC units.
Immediately, once we got it hooked up with electric and it became a functional space, it just made life so much easier in the RV. One of the first things, once we got electric hooked up, one of the first things we did was get some shelving so we could quickly just kind of do a quick makeshift pantry, which was fabulous, having somewhere to put groceries. I could get a month's worth of groceries and just have it all nice and neat. It was so fun. I remember grocery days, it'd be so fun just to put everything on the shelves and not have to put it in the tiny little pantry in the RV. So that was amazing. And then next came a deep freezer, and that was such a treat. To be able to just stock that deep freezer and not have to worry about the fridge in the RV, because we did notice, and maybe this is common for a lot of RV fridges, but that freezer just couldn't hold up. I don't think we had ice cream for about 2 years.
Oh yeah.
It just
Ice cream
wouldn't.
would just melt.
It would just melt. It just couldn't keep up. So to be able to buy something and it actually stay frozen was an absolute luxury. It just made things really nice. And me and the kids would go in there and we would do some homeschool things. We would play around. Skyline would be doing flips and just had more floor space to kind of enjoy some indoor space, which was really nice.
Became a place where, as we started to get settled on the land, having these 2 cabins became a place where we all had a place to reside. We had a place to sleep. Oh, we're looking at one of our cats. He might run. Yep. Moving to the land, these tiny houses really provided us a place of freedom, a way for us to get out of the confines of the RV and really expand.
I remember how nap time used to be a struggle sometimes too. So it was nice to be able to lay Sparrow down in the RV for a nap, and the kids and I could hang out in here without telling them shh, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of gave us a little more freedom.
And we're always reminded of there are cultures that there's some that live in tents, and every few days they move. You know, they're nomads, right? Every few days they'll pack up the tent, they'll move. We just think kind of out the box. We don't think in terms of one place that's where we have to be. We have a whole landscape that we can be wherever we want to be. So our kids, they'll come out here, they'll tent, they'll spend nights out here. That's the beauty of why we came out here. Hey, are you going where you please on your land?
Oh, here.
Smell good.
What you got on? Some lip gloss?
Interior wise, we did the same thing that we did with the other tiny house. This tiny house is way bigger than
It is.
the tiny house over there.
I think it's like almost twice as big. There's Cake Pop. Thank you, Cake Pop.
There is plenty of space, plenty of room. This is over a course of years that our land transition has happened.
The AC, when you put in that AC in those units, we forgot how nice AC could feel. Because RV ACs they struggle, to be honest, especially having the RV we had, because it was such a big space. The further out you went, it just wasn't as cool. So it was really nice to have AC that you could just kind of escape the heat in the summer. We could just go in there, and that thing was so ice cold. It was so nice to have nice AC, and the same with the heat, because heat as well, it was just hard to maintain a good temperature in that. It was a constant struggle, to be honest, and this thing was just fabulous.
That is the 2 tiny houses, so you never know where you'll find us or what you'll find us in out here. One of the top priorities that we wanted to do when we moved out to our raw land was to build a garden so that we could grow our own food. A few months ago, we built this compost and we use it on a daily basis. We put all of our compost in it, but we need something else, another compost bin to leave the compost in there so that it can break down without compost being added to it daily. So that's what we're gonna do today. We have a few boards here. We got some 2x6s, a couple 4x4s to make this compost bin. This is not pressure treated wood. You don't want that to get into your compost. You don't want that to get into your foods, of course, and you don't want that to get in your system. So we're gonna go ahead and get started cutting it. These 4x4 posts that we cut, they're going to be the interior framework support of this composting bin. Now, of course, there's multiple ways of building a composting bin. This is the way that we're building it. We are going to use a nail gun to nail these 2x6s to the 4x8s, and we'll probably use a 2x4 spacer to space them out. They don't have to be any amount of spacing, it's just enough so you can get some airflow in this composting bin. This will be about the height of this composting bin, which is about 47 inches tall. Even though there's a space right here that's pretty big, for this composting bin, we won't allow it to get that full. And because this wood, of course, is not pressure treated, it will rot, or at least the bottom may rot quicker than the top, but that's okay. We'll just replace the boards. Again, we just don't want to use pressure treated wood because we do not want that in those chemicals in our food. The compost will not reach this high in this compost bin because we're allowing it to break down, and as it breaks down, it's going to shrink in a sense. It won't be that tall in here. Both sides of the composting bin are complete. We're gonna go ahead and get these connected so it makes a box. Now, if we wanted, we could put a door on here that just open and close, but because we may add another compost bin, I want to keep our options open. So we're going to go another route when it comes to how we take in and out the compost in here. In this space right here, we're gonna fill this space up with some 2x6 boards to fill that gap so we can take them out as needed as we're filling and taking out compost in here. So this is gonna be stacked with 2x6s in here. Now in this way, you can take out your compost without worrying about the compost spilling out. If you had a door here, when you open the door, the compost could just spill out depending on how high it is or how full it is. This way you can take out these slats and we'll fill this space up a little bit more to where you can dig out your compost and you don't have to worry about your compost spilling out onto the ground. You can get what you need. The framework for this compost bin is pretty much almost done, but we're gonna put a lid on top of this just because when we're transporting the compost from the other compost bin, we can just dump that right on top inside of here. Or we can go from the front over here. We got the pieces to the top cut. We're going to pocket hole a few of these pieces so they can attach to these side parts. Hey, hey, hey. How's the paint going?
Good, very good. I think I'm almost done. I'm just adding like little things I feel like I want to do.
Let's go.
How's that going? Some crazy progress. Wow, yeah, blinked it.
Blink, blink. Like a genie in a bottle.
It looks really good.
Pieces are cut, pieces are pocket holed, and we'll go ahead and start connecting these pieces together. We have some of this welded wire right here. We're gonna go ahead and screw this down and cut it to size once we get everything screwed down. The hinge is fastened on, and if ever need be in the future, you can just prop this up. We can even put a chain or something right here to hold it, or just put something back there to support it. Probably rarely ever use this, but when we need it, we have it. We're gonna go ahead and block off this area right here. We do have animals that run around here, so this is a good, easy access for them to try to get into. So we're gonna go ahead and put a board here. This is Sierra, our second oldest in the family.
Hello, I'm Sierra. Hello, I'm Sierra, also known as Cece sometimes.
She is one of the artists in the family, so she does everything. So, and she's awesome. We got this done, got a lid on, we got slats on the front. So this is the second compost bin.
The compost bin is complete. And thank you so much for joining us at Lineal Havenland Life. See you next time.